Welcome to the first episode of the Ball Deep in Sports podcast. This is my Venezuelan Jose Medina, and we're here to talk some sports with you today.
Yes, sir. So today we got a few topics to talk about, especially about MLB trade deadline, which I think personally was crazy.
Might have been the best deadline in the history.
It probably was. For the past 10 years, MLB teams haven't traded a lot of teams yet, a lot of players. But last night we probably witnessed something that never happened in MLB
It
history
was
before.
a special night for the MLB.
It
Really
was.
good for the sport.
It was. So starting off with the trade deadline this past week. Let's start with Josh Naylor to the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, Josh Naylor to the Mariners. That was a really good move by them. They gave up two lower level prospects,
Yep.
two pitchers.
I
They
think
replaced Luke
personally,
Riley.
Josh Naylor is probably one of the best first basemen in the league.
And the big thing is about him, he brings the energy to the team.
Yeah.
He can hit. Once he hits a bomb, pretty
I
much
don't know
your
if
team.
you
That team
remember.
wins.
I don't know if you remember, but back probably 2 years ago, remember that Josh Naylor bomb against the
Where he
Yankees
started acting like a crackhead.
when he started doing the baby thing.
That
I
was
think
so
it's
cool.
one of the best ones.
Yeah, easily.
Even though he got hit in the bag after that, I was like,
Oh,
it's
much
a
deserved.
baseball.
If I was the Yankees, I would hit him too, but it was much deserved. All right.
So second trade of the week was Gregory Soto to the New York Mets. Personally, I think the Mets did a good job bringing bullpen pitchers.
Dude, they bought their way. They might have bought their way to a World Series appearance.
They probably did, especially after spending $765 million on Juan Soto, which hasn't been great, but he started the season slow.
He's picking it up.
He's picking it up. He's been doing all right the past few months. I'm surprised he was not an All Star after those numbers he put in.
Snub of the year.
They
Juan
didn't
Soto,
give up
though,
too much.
Yeah, Juan Soto though. He's still Juan Soto at the end of the day.
He's still Juan Soto, yeah.
He's
Probably, how old is he? 26.
26 around, yeah.
One of the best hitters in the league.
Especially Gregory Soto. He was an All-Star 2 years ago in Detroit.
2 years ago, Detroit. Yep.
He knows how to pitch. He knows what he's doing.
Yep. Going to the third trade was Ryan McMahon to the New York Yankees for two pitchers.
Ryan McMahon, he walked it off the other day.
He did. Long fly ball, deep center field. Was not a hummer, but it was pretty good. Walk off for him.
And usually the Yankees like to second and third.
Yeah.
They like to strain that guy.
I mean, personally, as an Astros fan, I'll say not a big fan of the Yankees, but it was a good move because probably McMahon is one of the best defensive third basemen in the league.
He can also play all over that infield, pretty much everywhere except short.
I mean, the only thing I've seen with the Yankees has been Anthony Volpe.
Oh God,
recently.
Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe is leading the league in errors right now. Errors just not by him a lot. I also seen a couple videos where Bird haven't picked the baseball. As a first baseman, you gotta scoop.
Yeah, but
you gotta be able to.
There's
scoop.
Also no excuse for some of these errors Volpe has had.
I mean, you're in the big leagues for a reason.
Yeah, but
you're in the leagues for a reason.
Did you see the play where he flipped it to second base and it was nowhere close to second? All right, we're going.
Fourth trade was Randall Grichuk to the Kansas City Royals. For a right-handed pitcher, Andrew Hoffman.
Oh, Kansas City, they're in a tough spot. They started the year off really strong, and they've just been.
People are saying that Bobby Witt is not the same player he was last year, but he's in pace again for another double-double, as we know. Another 20 stolen bases, 20 bombs. I personally love Bobby Witt Jr. Probably the best shortstop in the whole league.
I know you're like his top blazer.
Well, right now, I'll say Jacob Wilson's probably the best hitter. Hitter. He just got placed in the IL.
How about the 10 days? They really bought their way to future in the trade deadline.
They did. They sure did. I mean, as the GM, the A's GM, they lost their stadium, building a new one. Well, they're getting new players to get a brighter future.
All right, Ahmed Rosario to the New York Yankees.
Here's my thing. As Astros fan, I don't see why they make this trade for. Because okay, a middle Sider can play all over the diamond, but at the end of the day, you're gonna keep trusting Volpe.
You gotta. Volpe's young. Obviously, he can fix it, but they might plan to use Ahmed Rosario like a Mauricio Dubon type. I could see that.
I think he played outfield a few times in his career. I mean, Amir Rosario has been in the league for probably over 8 years. Right now, he played for the Mets. He played for the Nats. Now he's with the Yankees, and yeah, he can. I'm pretty sure he can play outfield.
All right, let's move on to Chris Paddock and Randy Dobnak to Detroit. Chris
Here's my
Paddock, he had a good start the other day for Detroit.
yeah, but let's start with the Minnesota Twins that
Oh,
pretty much sold the whole MLB roster team.
they sold 10 out of 26 active guys on the roster, and all within an hour 30 minutes of each other, which
Yeah,
I've
and
never seen anything like that.
I mean, if they got prospects in return, I don't see anything bad with it, unless they're like, okay, we just want to sell because we're not gonna make playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean, IL Central right now is probably not the hard division because as you see, AL West is pretty hard right now.
the AL West is
Uh,
tight.
NL West is probably the best division with
How
the.
about the Angels buying a little bit at the deadline?
They did, but
Not
I'm
as
not
much as.
confident on the Angels at all.
Oh no, they bought two middle relievers, and it could help their bullpen. They got Kikuchi, who's pitching his lights out right now.
I think the biggest thing that happened to the Angels right now is Mike Trout keep being healthy.
Oh yeah, Mike Trout. If Mike Trout doesn't stay healthy, they don't have any choice.
Is Mike Trout the best player of our generation? Mm,
Ooh.
probably
If Mike Trout stayed healthy, he could have been up there with Griffey
three
all
time
time.
3 times MVP, 11 All Stars.
He's
The only thing that keeps him away from the field is just he just keeps
so
getting
much
hurt.
injuries.
So
All right,
much injuries.
let's move on a couple trades up to July 29th. Baltimore Orioles and Toronto Blue Jays completed a trade for Sir Anthony Dominguez, who who was on the Orioles side of the doubleheader
It
and
was
then
a double
pitched.
header. I think it's one of the craziest thing. I've never seen that before.
He was on the Orioles for the first game, and then pitched against the Orioles in game
Yep.
two, which is.
I mean, Sir Anthony Dominguez was part of the Phillies that went to the World Series in 2019. I don't remember the stat lines of him during that postseason, but I personally like him. He throws that sinker around those 95 to 99 miles an hour. It's a great pitcher. Knows how to calm the situation when it's tight. Talking about bottom eighth or ninth inning. He was a closer back in the day for the Phillies before they signed Craig Kimbrel, which is not a bad move.
All right, let's talk about this trade right here. Cincinnati receives Ke'Bryan Hayes for Taylor Rogers and Sammy Stafford.
Well, I'm talking about the Rogers. Both of them got traded.
Oh yeah,
The
both.
twin
Yep.
brothers. The twin brothers got traded. I think it's a great move by the Reds. The NL
That's gonna
Central.
help Ellie De La Cruz over there at short a
It's gonna
lot.
help him a
Because
lot.
Ke'Bryan
And
Hayes best defensive metrics for third base in the league right now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure of that. He took one Gold Glove from Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, he did. And the thing about Ke'Bryan Hayes is in that lineup in Pittsburgh, whenever Paul Skeens is pitching, they're saying, Ke'Bryan Hayes, you have to drive in a run or we're going to lose. That's so much pressure on him. And now he has
Talking
a
about
little
Paul
bit of a better
Skeens,
lineup.
I think he has to be traded. He has to get out of Pittsburgh because the Pirates are doing nothing to build around him. You pick him with your number one pick in the 2023 draft after he won the College World Series.
Yeah,
Paul
but
Skeens probably the best pitcher right now in the league. Well, second because I got Tarek School
you got
number one.
Skubal, you got um,
Gary Crochet.
Crochet. He's been a
been
great
good.
sign.
He's
Great
been good.
trade.
But it's a great move by the Reds. It's gonna help Ellie. It's gonna help the offense.
Let's talk about the other Rogers brother.
Talking about the other Rogers brother,
Tyler to the New York
Tyler.
Mets, going to be part of that 7-8-9 machine at the end of the game.
789 machine. I mean, like you said, the Mets just buy the ticket to the World Series.
And I think for San Francisco, I don't think this is a bad trade at all.
It's
They
not
got Drew
because Jose
Gilbert.
Budo pitched for the Mets really, really good this year.
Blade Tidwell, he's really young. I don't want to talk too much about him, but I haven't seen enough of him. But Drew
Yeah,
Gilbert, he was traded for Justin Verlander a couple years ago. Um, he can be something someday for.
yeah.
Oh, let's talk about this one right here. Philadelphia, Johan
Philadelphia and John
Duran.
Duran. I personally love John Duran. Have you seen his walk-up song?
Yes,
Like
that.
his answers to the game, bottom of the nine, top of the nine,
Just think about it. Game 7, NLCS.
NLCS.
Yeah, NLCS. And he comes out the pitch
I
in
think,
Philly.
yeah. I mean,
That's gonna be so
Philly
electric.
was one of the team that was struggling with their bullpen because they didn't have those guys that can come and just close the door. So now they probably hired the one of the best closer in the whole league.
Oh,
Throws over
also
fastball over 100 miles an
you gotta
hour.
look who Minnesota got out of this. Mikaba. Mikaba.
McAvel, he's
He's gonna be really good.
he's gonna be really good. He's one of the top prospects in the whole league. I'm surprised they give up on him because I'm pretty sure he debuted. He played
Oh
like
yeah, he
few games.
debuted.
He
Yeah,
probably
he
played a
pitched
few
he
games
pitched
in the
pretty
big
well.
leagues.
Um.
But with the Phillies, starting rotation is something you cannot mess with.
Oh yeah.
You got Christopher
If you
Sanchez.
can get Aaron Nola back on point once he comes back from the injured list,
Yeah,
that's gonna be a tough team.
I think
Them and the
Phillies
Mets right
are on
there.
track to make the postseason. And you never know who's gonna make the World Series because at the end
Oh,
of the day,
you
it's
got
baseball.
yeah, you got 2019 Nationals. Who knew?
Exactly.
All right, let's talk about another part of that 7-8-9. Ryan Hesley.
Here's my thing: the Mets are they have a few prospects in the top 100, and okay, they also paying Juan Soto a bunch of money, and they building this team to go to World Series this year, or probably next year because Ryan Hesley is still under contract.
I mean,
So there's something that will be really really good.
all right, move on to another Seattle Arizona trade. Eugenio Suarez heading back to Seattle. Um, Personally, I think this is going to be the the flop of the deadline. Um, he was in Seattle before. He
Yeah,
couldn't really hit very many home runs there. Obviously, he made some adjustments since being there, but that's a
I
really
mean,
pitcher friendly park.
Gino started the season really really slow, but how many? He's like the second guy with most bombs in the NL National League. Now he's playing the IL. Of course, he's going to be behind Kyle Riley on that lineup. And if I'm a pitcher, I will like, dang, I don't know how to face this guys. Kyle Riley, MVP race right now with Aaron Judge, who's on the IL. Gonna miss. He's gonna miss a couple games, but he is still Aaron Judge.
Oh yeah, Aaron Judge. That MVP race is going to be interesting to the finish, especially with
It's
Judge
gonna
on the
be.
IL. We'll come back to that later. Um,
Let's talk about this one. I don't know, but as an Astro fan, we all know Rafi Montero.
oh
We all know
yeah,
Rafi Montero, guys.
Rafael Montero is
Rafi Montero,
terrible.
he was on our team, what, for the 2019 World Series?
2022,
2022, there we go.
and he pitched really well that year, and then we paid him, and then he just decided he didn't know how to
Well,
pitch
he just
anymore.
got traded to the Detroit Tigers, which I don't really know what they're doing building this bullpen as they're doing right now because what? You're going to get Rafi Montero when there's another relief pitchers on the market.
The Tigers did not make enough moves. I feel like that like well we can talk about a little about Houston. You know we're gonna talk about Carlos Correa in a minute, but Ramon Urias, what you think about that one?
I think this gonna be it's a good move. I don't complain about it at all. Ramon Reyes has been in the league for more than 4 years with Baltimore Orioles. Now he got traded to the Astros. It's really good since Isak is on the IL. We got Doobie playing literally everywhere, every single day. But I'm not a fan of Jose Altuve playing left field. I don't know how you
Not
feel
me
about
either.
that.
I wish we could have two
So
DH spots with him and Jordan.
Jordan has been in the IL for pretty much
Yeah.
the whole season.
Hopefully we get him
But
back for the
getting Ramon
playoffs.
Urias, it's big to the infield. So we can get Doobie playing left.
You know what's an interesting trade that happened right here? Shane Bieber hasn't pitched a pitch this year in Cleveland. Traded to Toronto. But he probably
Shane
needs 1 to 2
Bieber,
more rehab starts.
Shane Bieber has been slow for the past 2 years, but if you go back and look at his stats in 2020, he
It
was
was
really good.
nasty. Cy Young,
I mean, okay,
2020 Cy Young, short
2020
year.
the season was cut to 60 games, 62 games, but it's still Shane Bieber.
All right, let's talk some San Diego Padres here. Mason
Oh,
Miller and JP Sears heading over to San Diego.
the Padres, the Padres are doing what they supposed to be doing. They are under one of the biggest markets in the whole league, which is the West Coast, and they also in the division with the Dodgers, which nobody gonna stop them spending money.
I'm just happy Mason Miller's out of the AL West because, my
That's
gosh,
true.
he pitched against the Astros around a week
Yeah,
ago.
I really don't like the A's right now. We got just swept by them. As an Astros fan, it's kind of like why?
Well, the A's they're reloading on them prospects. Like they got San Diego's best prospect, and
Here's another trade we can talk about. The Philadelphia Phillies get Harrison Bader
I think that's a
from the
good move.
Twins.
Harrison Bader, I feel like is a very good defender.
He is a really good glove.
He's not gonna be the guy that hits 300, but he's gonna be the guy that does his job.
100%, 100%. And I say that again. The Twins are selling everyone.
All right, let's talk about
The biggest
the
trade
biggest trade of the trade deadline. Carlos Correa heading back to the
to the
Houston
Houston
Astros.
Astros.
He will play third base because Jeremy Pena,
And you also got to think about the fact that the Twins are sending $33 million
which
to
is
the
going to help a
Astros
lot. And
to pay for his
only
contract,
one minor league prospect, and it was not Bryce Matthews. Or it
which
was
is really good.
Bryce Matthews. We didn't give up Bryce Matthews or Cam Smith, and that's big.
I mean, personally, I wouldn't trade Cam Smith. I think he got to stay for the Astros for the next 8 years. That right field spot is him.
Whenever they said a prospect was on the move in the trade, I was thinking it was gonna be like Zach DeCenzo, Shea
Yeah,
Whitcomb,
I mean, but if you think about it, Carlos Correa heading back to Houston Astros is a great move. He's exiled.
and he's a
That
leader. He's
he's
a
a
leader.
leader. We all
He
know
made Carlos Correa made Framber Valdez.
who's Flammable is right now. I still look at that video. It's like, dude, I think the best baseball players are those players that have leadership.
Yeah, Carlos
It's
Correa
not
just
being cocky because people confuse cockiness with leadership. Two way different things.
let's talk about one more trade with the Astros before we wrap up our trade deadline. Ryan Gusto,
Oh God.
heading to Miami for Jesus Sanchez. This is a fabulous trade for the Houston Astros because Ryan Gusto.
Honestly, Ryan Gusto.
Ryan Gusto is terrible.
Well, we went to one of the games. Ryan Gusto was pitching, and it was not really good. I mean, I get not every single pitcher is gonna be good. It's you playing the big leagues, dude. Like to make it there is hard, but it's a great move for the Astros because first we need a left-handed hitter that could play outfield. We
Very
also
much.
don't know yet when Jordan's coming back.
Jordan could be out a lot longer. His hand is not helping him a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Here's another trade for the Minnesota Twins, Willie Castro.
Willie Castro. I was hoping that the Astros came in and swooped up Willie Castro, but after they swooped up Ramon Urias, I was like, oh, Willie Castro's out of the picture. He's
Willie Castro.
he's a great baseball. Like
He's really good. He's really good.
I'm not gonna say he's great, but like he's another one
He
of those
hits
guys.
for situations like he could move the runners over, and from this point of the season where we pass All Star game, we head into the postseason. Teams needs find a way to win because that's what's gonna make you make it to the postseason.
All right, a couple more trades we're gonna talk about. Camilo Doval.
The Yankees built
They got
a
David
great
Bednar,
bullpen.
Camilo Doval now.
Great bullpen. I'll say I don't know what happened to the Blue Jays on this trade deadline. They just they got Shane Bieber, who's a starting
And
pitcher,
that's about it.
but that's about it. Like if I'm a Blue Jays fan, I'll be like, why?
I would
There's
be
a lot
very
of
disappointed. They're right there in that push.
they
And
first they got the best record on MLB right now, but as everything in life, nothing lasts long.
and
Especially with this Yankee team, you got the Red Sox who make a couple moves, but they were good.
the thing about the Yankees is if once they get Judge back, if they can get that lineup really going like how it
Yeah.
was the beginning of the year, with them torpedo bats. Jazz Chisholm. I'm a huge fan of Jazz Chisholm. Unfortunately, he's a Yankee. Um,
That's true.
I feel like Jazz. I think Jazz should be in that leadoff spot all the time. Like he
No,
was in
because
Miami.
I'll say this: the thing with Jazz is the strikeout rate.
Yeah, but
As a leadoff, you have to look through like if you look back in the day, what do leadoff guys do? Try
get
to
on
get on
base.
base, stolen bases. That's something that Jazz might steal a base, but he's not gonna get on base every time.
All right, so who should be the Yankees leadoff hitter then?
I'll say the Yankees leadoff will have to be not for the speed, but because of contact. I'll say the Ben Rice or Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Gold. Yeah, they tried that at the beginning of the year with Goldie.
I'll say just because those type of guys get on base a lot. They don't strike out too much, so it's something that's gonna help you with Aaron Judge either a 2 hole or a 3 hole.
All right, one last trade we're going to talk about is Phil Maton heading over from St. Louis to Texas. That is a great move for the Texas Rangers. Phil Maton, he has not been in a closer role yet in his career, but Phil Maton, we saw how he was in Houston. He can pitch.
He can
He
pitch.
can,
He can pitch,
and the Rangers,
and he know the situation he might come in, and that's what teams are looking for at the trade line.
they also got Morel Kelly. The
That's
Rangers
a great move by the Rangers.
and
They need a starting pitcher behind Nathaniel Baldi and
their rotation is the best in the league statistically right now with
yeah.
Degrom, Eovaldi.
I mean, I'm a fan
Um,
of Jacob. I think he has to win the comeback player of the year.
oh yeah, Taylor Malley. He's been on the IL recent, but he was phenomenal as he was
The thing with the
playing.
Rangers, I'll say, as I said earlier, that AL West is getting hard.
It's getting really
The
hard.
Astros are 5 games up. Beside,
And 18 players on the IL for Houston.
yeah, for 18 players in the IL, that's kind of crazy. I think if you look through it, Joe Espada has to win Coach of the Year.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's a question behind it.
Some people are saying the Blue Jays head coach.
Well, we'll see how that works once their deadline acquisitions
Yeah.
don't pan out. All right, that's gonna close it off for our MLB trade deadline discussion. We're gonna head to the MLB draft in a minute.
There's something we're gonna talk about that is the MLB 2025 draft.
And it was a interesting draft from the top three right away.
My only concern here is with the Angels. Angels had the second overall pick, and they passed probably on the best pitcher in the whole class,
Took a kid from
coming
UC
out of
Santa Barbara.
LSU who threw a complete game on the College World Series, and his name is Cade Anderson.
Cade Anderson was phenomenal for LSU all year. I mean, I don't think there's really any excuse in um, Tyler Bremner
Yeah.
from UC Santa Barbara. He didn't have lights out numbers. Like it would be different if he had maybe
I
one
think
something
just
ERA, but he, as it says right here, exiting March with a 4.24.
yeah.
That it would. I just don't think there's any excuse for the Los Angeles Angels to
Yeah.
pass on
You
Cade
know,
Anderson.
some people like there were like a few mock draft things, and they said Ethan Holiday was landing in Washington.
Yeah,
Even there's a video of him watching the Nats game in Washington.
yeah, I saw that video. I think
But
he's happy with this landing spot though. Colorado,
his
Matt
dad
Holliday.
played for the Rockies. He was a huge player. Probably I think it was 3 All-Stars, couple of Silver Sluggers.
Won a World Series with
Won
the
a
St.
World
Louis
Series.
Cardinals. And if he fell there, he would have hit St. Louis right there.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I think Ethan Holiday was probably the best high school hitter in the whole nation this past year.
I agree.
I mean, the Nationals didn't. The Nationals picked a great player in Eli Willett, but still, we see how it developed.
Let's head down to the Houston Astros. Passing
On Jace Live
on
LA.
Jace.
As you can see, guys, huge Texans fan, UT fans over here. Jace Live LA was probably the best player for Texas A&M in the past 3 years.
He had a shaky year this year, but we
So
saw what he could do.
as the whole Texas A&M team.
It was just a bad year for A&M baseball.
Yeah, and I think the Astros didn't go for Jace because the develop he's gonna get, he gonna might get called to the big leagues right away.
I agree, but this kid Xavier Nunez,
Yep.
he's an Astro at heart. I feel like.
Oh
You
yeah,
saw the Twitter post where he was
there's a
like,
Twitter post back in 2019, 2017.
just to lose to the Astros in the
Yeah,
ALCS to the
I
Yankees.
mean, I didn't know who was he until I saw we picked him. I was like, okay, let's see who this kid is. And as a 17-year-old, just graduated high school, getting drafted, I think it's something pretty good for the Astros, who might get called in the next 4 years.
I agree. He plays third base too, and by that time, Correa's contract will be done. Isak's contract will be done. If they don't want to
We don't
re-sign
know
him,
about Jeremy Pena though, because he must. I personally will resign him. We don't really know how much money he will ask for.
I think Jeremy Pena needs to stay in Houston for as long as he
But
can.
guess what happened? He just hired Scott Boras
Scott Boras, man.
as his agent.
Scott Boras, he loves to up money for players. He loves to get them the
Well,
best contract, and it's good
okay.
for the
Here's my
player. But
think about this.
as a
That's his
fan,
job. That's his job.
that's his job. But as a fan, it's just a pain in the ass, you know.
Yeah, it is. But that's his job. He gotta do what he gotta do to make his player be healthy for the next years for his future. He got to secure a couple money, a couple of bucks on it. So I don't see the scoreboard is doing a great job as an agent.
I
I don't
agree.
see anything wrong with it.
All right, we're about to head to the NFL offseason recap in a minute. All right, we're gonna talk some NFL offseason right here. How about the Buffalo Bills signing Josh Allen to a 6-year, 330 million with the highest guaranteed money for an NFL player ever at 250 million guaranteed.
After that Josh Allen season last year, some people are saying he should have won the MVP. Some people are saying Lamar should have won it. But I'm a huge Josh Allen fan. Honestly, think he's probably the third best QB in the whole league. And it's a great sign by the Buffalo. I mean, Josh Allen gonna be probably a Buffalo for the rest of his life,
And
and he's keep bringing that team to the playoffs. But just one guy can stop him,
Patrick Mahomes.
and that guy's
Patrick Mahomes.
and that guy's Patrick Mahomes. Like everybody, like you can say Patrick Mahomes might sucks during the regular season, but when it comes to playoffs or postseason, he's the best one at it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Josh Allen. The thing I love about Josh Allen is he is not scared to lower that shoulder and take a hit. He plays fearless,
Yeah,
and he has a huge arm that he can get the ball down the field. He reads
like
defense
people
really
say
well.
that's the play you want on the field that is gonna give you the 100% on and off the field.
And I feel like a big thing for the Buffalo Bills is that they re-signed Khalil Shakir to a 4-year extension.
Yep,
Khalil Shakir proved he can be a wide receiver one last year.
he did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple parlays on him. He always hit. He always hit. He says that's a pick for sure. I'm gonna keep doing this year.
Another move from Buffalo that can be big is Josh Palmer. He with the Chargers, Justin Herbert, he was pretty good. He was
He was
really
pretty good. I
reliable.
mean, that team, the Buffalo Bills, we know how it's gonna end up. They're gonna make the postseason. They're gonna face the Kansas City Chiefs, and we'll see how the history becomes this year because Josh Allen's 0-2 against Patrick in playoffs.
All right, let's talk some New England Patriots with Stephon Diggs heading over to New England from Houston. 3 years, 69 million. 69 is a fitting number for Stephon Diggs. What you think?
Stefan Diggs is probably the most controversial player, one of the most controversial players in the whole league. We saw him last year with the Houston Texans. It was not bad. It was not perfect, but it was good. I mean, the Texans made a playoff run. Um, of course, we lost to the Chiefs. I mean, we lost to Patrick Mahomes, the best QB in the playoffs. But what can I say? It's a great sign for the New England Patriots, and especially when a rookie QB that was pretty good last year, he's gonna keep bringing that up this year.
Drake May, he's gonna be really good. I was thinking he was gonna be a flop, um,
Yep,
out of North Carolina, but he's shown me that he can play quarterback
he
at this
can play
NFL
quarterback. Yeah,
at
that's
this
hundred
NFL
percent.
level.
That's hundred
Um,
percent true.
Matt
And
Collins, coming over from Buffalo, he
I'll say it's a loss for Buffalo on that,
that's
but
a
it's a
huge
great
loss.
sign by the Patriots. I'll move on to the New York Jets landing Justin Fields for the QB1 spot.
Justin Fields.
It's a 2 year and 40 million deal with 30 million full guarantee.
This Justin Fields is a show me you can play contract right here. Like they're gonna give him 2 years, and if he doesn't play good, he's out.
He's out.
He's
I
gonna be a
mean,
backup
that's
the rest
what
of
it
his
is.
career.
That's what it is in every single sport.
And
If you don't play good as the team wants you to play, you're out.
and he has Garrett Wilson, who signed a 4 year, $130 million extension.
Garrett Wilson was another player that was one of my picks every single day on parlays.
You remember that catch he made against the Texans on
Oh yeah, I
Halloween?
remember that one. Yeah,
That was just nasty.
that was huge for me because Garrett Wilson was my wide receiver one in fantasy.
Justin Fields, though, I feel like he just needs the right spot, and I don't know if the New York Jets are the right spot.
Yep.
They shut down Aaron Rodgers last year.
They did.
Aaron Rodgers heading to Pittsburgh. We can go to that right now.
I will move on to Derrick Henry re-signing with the Baltimore Ravens.
Derrick Henry, who knows how much he has left in the tank? He's getting up there for age for a running back, and I mean 28 is considered old for a running back.
But it's still Derrick
But it's
Henry.
Derrick-
We saw what he did last year. It's a pretty good season by the Baltimore Ravens. We know Lamar did pretty good. But it's a great sign by the Baltimore Ravens. Keep having their running back, and he gonna teach those young running backs the Ravens have.
And Derrick Henry, at the end of the day, he's still the king.
Yeah.
I call him King Henry for a reason. 2K rush yards in Tennessee, one season. Derrick Henry, he's just gonna keep. I think he's gonna just keep
100%.
putting that Baltimore team on his back.
Let's move on to probably the best offense in the whole league.
Cincinnati
Bengals. Here's my thing. If the Cincinnati Bengals would have a great defense last year, that would have been a pain in the ass for any single team that made playoffs.
And I don't think they've improved that defense very much at all.
Yeah,
Their first round pick just did not want to sign that contract.
Talking about
recently.
first round pick, the Patriots first round pick, from LSU.
Oh yeah, he's gonna help Joe Bay.
I'm not gonna lie, that kid. Since I saw that video after he got picked, he said he will die for his quarterback.
That's exactly what you want to hear as a quarterback.
That's a great pick by the Patriots. But moving on back to the Bengals,
Jamar Chase signed
a 4-year.
And T Higgins too, 4-year, $115 million.
You get back both of your wide receivers, which Joe Burrow has been playing with Jamar Chase for over what?
Since his LSU days.
Since college. So it's a great move by the Bengals. Keep having Jamar Chase playing with Joe Burrow, which I think is the fourth best QB in the whole league.
Let's talk some Cleveland Browns. That quarterback situation's icky over there. Joe Flacco,
For
Kenny
the
Pickett,
joke. Yeah, for the joke.
Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
One of them's getting cut. Who's it going to be?
I'll say Dylan Gabriel. Just because Shedeur Sanders, he's that player in the league.
I would say that, but the thing is about Shedeur Sanders is he's the only one that hasn't gotten first team reps.
You gotta look at it too, because we know Dylan Gabriel had a great season last year. It's probably, how old is he right now? 27. He was probably 26-year-old playing college ball when all these kids are just like 22 to like 24 max.
Well, we'll see Shedeur Sanders in action for the first time preseason Friday, August 8th against Carolina.
I mean, if you look at it, the Browns probably signed Joe Flacco to have a mentor on that QB.
That's exactly why. Joe Flacco led them to the playoffs 2 years ago, where they got beaten in Houston by
Joe Flacco is probably one of the oldest players in the whole league. So me as the GM, I'll say I'll sign this guy just to have a mentor for these young kids in this department.
And I don't want to hear anybody disrespect Joe Flacco. He is a Super Bowl champion. Ray Lewis's last game. Let's go. Let's move on to Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers.
Pittsburgh. For me, that's crazy. I thought Aaron Rodgers was gonna retire, but once again, he proved us wrong. He signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers for 1 year and $13.65 million deal. It's a not bad sign for the Pittsburgh here, but it's Aaron Rodgers.
And Aaron Rodgers has DK Metcalf now, who apparently is his best friend based on reports out of training camp.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you look at it, Aaron Rodgers has what, 3 MVPs?
3 MVPs, a Super Bowl win over the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Over the Pittsburgh Steelers. There we go.
I just I'm interested to see how that Steelers team is going to fare with TJ Watt's also signing a. Let's talk some defense, right? TJ Watt becoming the highest paid non QB in NFL history. 3-year, $123 million extension with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, would you say TJ Watt is a better defender than Garrett from the Browns, who won a Defensive Player of the Year last year? And TJ Watt won it 2 years ago.
TJ Watt, I'm gonna say TJ Watt's a better player than
TJ Watt. It's a unit.
They're both.
It's a unit. Really Nobody can run over TJ Watt.
But the Steelers, not only did they sign TJ Watt, they traded for Jalen Ramsey.
That's a.
And they only traded, and they acquired Jalen Ramsey along with Jonnu Smith, who's going to be a really good tight end. But they did give up probably top 5 safety in the NFL, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I mean it's a great move, but I don't know what the GM's thinking here.
Personally, I'm a big Minkah Fitzpatrick fan. I had his jersey whenever he got drafted from the Miami Dolphins, and I've been on Minkah Fitzpatrick ever since.
What about this move? I didn't even know this happened. Daniel Jones signed with the Indianapolis Colts.
Daniel Jones going to the Colts is to say, Anthony Richardson, this is the year you need to put it together.
Yeah.
Because Anthony Richardson, he's only had so many starts in his college and NFL career. And he shows he can run. He shows his athleticism. Yep. He shows that he does not know how to throw the ball.
I personally will start Anthony Richardson just because, as you say, he can run the ball. He can throw the ball too. But we saw what happened last year. He was not consistent as Anthony Richardson we saw in college. But it's a great fight between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson for that QB1 spot.
The good thing about the Colts is their defense is really good. They signed Chardavius Ward to a 3-year, $60 million deal, $35 guaranteed, and they signed Branham to a 4-year, $60 million deal, and that defense could be a problem, especially for Houston and in Tennessee with Cam Ward. I want to move on to Houston though. Nick Chubb, I feel like that's going to be a big sign.
Yeah, I mean the Texans have to figure out what to do with that O-line. Even that defense was not great last year.
Well, let's go to this.
People are saying that C.J. Stroud had a sophomore year slump. I don't think so because he did his best to play without O-line.
Well, C.J. Stroud today in camp was sacked nearly 10 times. But apparently to Will Kunkel, it was not all the offensive line. It was coverage was just excellent, which is good to hear.
Which is good to hear because we all know CJ can get off the pocket pretty quick. Whenever he stays in the pocket, he throws the ball. So at this point, I'll say we got the wide receivers to throw the ball. CJ can run the ball. We got good running back.
Joe Mixon, he could miss some time, but
he could miss some time. But
I feel like Nick Chubb, Dario Ogunbowale, he's been big for Houston the past few years. He's not been that stat making machine, but on just against Tampa Bay, CJ's rookie year, he came in at kicker and made a field goal.
Yep. I'll say I'll stick with Texans have to figure out with the O-line. That defense has to figure out too. If they figure out, it will be a good playoff run.
That's a Super Bowl defense already. Yeah, it's a matter of fact if they can get to a Super Bowl offensive level.
The only thing is you got to go through Patrick Mahomes.
C.J. Stroud needs to make that jump this year.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you might play the best QB in playoff on Patrick Mahomes.
It's to be the best, you got to go through the best, and
exactly
Mahomes,
to be the best, you got to be the best.
Patrick Mahomes is the best player.
I'll say
for the playoffs.
What about if we talk about Micah Parsons requesting a trade from the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, Micah Parsons, I feel like this has just been coming for a while.
He has been coming a while. CeeDee Lamb got paid. I don't think they will pay him.
Yeah, and there's only so much money.
So where do you think he will land, though?
Oh, I feel like him and CJ are good pals. If the Houston Texans can
Hey,
manufacture that,
that's
that'd
true.
be impressive.
That's
But
true.
I don't
But
I
here's
don't
my
think
thing: do we got the money paid for him?
I don't think so. I think we're gonna
Because
have to
we
pay
know he's
CJ.
gonna be expensive.
Well, we're gonna have to pay CJ soon.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll right pay CJ so we stick with a good QB
and that's the thing the
for the
Texans
future.
haven't had since Matt Schaub. I mean,
Yeah,
you could say Deshaun Watson, but
Sean Watson was just a
he was Deshaun Watson at his peak. I was thinking he was gonna be there for 15, 20 years and win us a Super Bowl,
yeah.
but
I
then
mean,
you
I
had
think
Bill
if we
O'Brien
stick
ruin
with
it.
CJ, good things gonna come.
Let's go talk about the Denver Broncos. I want to talk about Denver Broncos. They signed Sam Ellinger,
Well, the Denver
former Texas
Broncos,
Longhorn.
yeah, I mean, Denver Broncos, we saw what they could have done last year. They beat the Chiefs from the regular season.
Well, I think the big sign for them is J.K. Dobbins because J.K.
Yeah, it's a good
Dobbins
running back for 1 year and $5.25 million.
really
It's a great sign.
inexpensive. Um, they also got Dre Greenlaw on a 3-year, $35 million deal, and
Yeah,
Talaonga Hufunga on a 3-year deal worth $45 million. That's gonna buff that
I'll
defense
say the
up.
Broncos gonna be fighting for that first spot with the Chief in their
I
division.
think Kansas City's just gonna win the division. I think Denver will definitely be fighting for that wild card spot though.
Here's my thing, and I don't agree when people say this. People were saying, remember last year the Chiefs were paying the refs.
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's football.
it's
You might
football.
think that, but it's a must be not the right call. But if you want to be a ref, go for it.
Well, let's think about
Like
Bo
nobody
Nix.
has the point to talk about the ref when you're not a ref.
It's a hard job to do.
It's the same thing. Okay, as a baseball player, I'll say I crash out a few times on the umpires, but they're there for a reason. They work for it. They earning their money. Of course, as every single human, they're gonna do mistakes, might not get the right call, but they're there for a reason.
I want to talk about Bo Nix though. Bo
Bo
Nix,
Nix has been great since college.
I want to say Bo Nix. Whenever he came out of college, I was thinking he was gonna be a huge bust, and
I mean, he was great that last
he
year in
was really
college.
good for Denver. He made a throw. It was a NFL Network game. I can't quite remember who against who. It was in between two
I
defenders.
mean, I watched the game when the Broncos played the Chiefs, probably like week 14. It was like end of the regular season, and he did pretty good. I mean, he probably threw over 200 yards,
You know
which
who's
is
gonna
not
be
bad.
good for that Denver team is Marvin Mims, the receiver out of Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
As much as I hate Oklahoma, he killed Texas. Let's talk about the New York Giants with just looking up there, they signed 3 quarterbacks, re-signing Tommy
Yep.
DeVito and bringing in Russell Wilson and
Okay,
Jameis
they
Winston.
they signed three, but they also picked one out of the draft.
That is true. They picked
Jackson
Jackson
Dart.
Dart, so that's going to be an interesting QB room. Russell Wilson has already been announced as the Week 1 starter.
Yep.
If
James
Russell
Winston, I don't know how to feel about that sign with the
Jameis
Giants.
Winston, big dub himself.
I mean, yeah, I agree. Russell Wilson has to be the starter, but at the long way, we'll see Jackson Dart
I
as the
don't know if we'll
QB.
see Jackson Dart this year, to be honest.
We probably won't because they got four QBs in that department, and I'll say after depends how they do though. Depends on how this QB performs. Jackson Dart might get a chance.
I agree. Let's talk about the Washington Commanders. Terry McLaurin requesting a trade.
Oh yeah, I
Where is a
mean
potential landing spot for Terry McLaurin?
that's that's kind of hard because is he gonna be a free agent after?
I
Because
don't believe
everything
so.
depends.
No.
If you're gonna be a free agent, he gonna ask for a lot of money, which
It's over a contract extension, so he wants that extension.
yeah. I mean I don't know. What thing you think gonna land?
I could see him heading over to the AFC. Maybe the Raiders or something come after him.
We know the Raiders got the money.
The Raiders don't have a really predominant wide receiver one. They got
Yeah, they
Jacoby
need that
Myers
number one. I
with
mean they
Geno
got
Smith. I know,
probably the Raiders' best player right now has to be Crosby,
or it
the
has to be
defender.
Crosby on defense. They got Brock Bowers on offense. They got
Yeah,
Ashton
I mean
Genty,
like I said, they got Ashton Jeanty out of Bossier State, which is not bad.
and the Commanders also acquiring Larry Tunsil from the Texans.
Yeah, I mean,
Larry Tunsil, Mr. False Start, number 78. offense himself.
There you go.
I'm happy he's out of here. Let's
Let's let's move on into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because I'm a huge fan, even though he went to Oklahoma. Uh,
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, yes, I'll say he's a top 6 QBs in the league.
Well, the thing about the Buccaneers last year was they lost Chris Godwin
Yep.
for the remainder of the season. He was having a wide receiver one caliber season. They re-signed him to a 3-year, $66 million deal. It was a great
Yep.
deal, great value deal for Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay has been signing good, but they have to stick with Baker.
And they also brought in, re-signed Levante David.
Levante David, yeah, that's a great sign right there. I will move on to Los Angeles Rams because they resigned Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, they re-signed Matthew Stafford, which I feel like it's huge for them.
He's gonna be that
There were some trade rumors with them going on.
Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp got traded to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, that was interesting. That's gonna really help Sam Darnold over there.
Yeah, it's gonna really do. And also, you keep one of your wide receivers from the past 5 years on what's his name? The Puka.
Oh, Puka Nacua?
Yeah, you stick on Puka, which has been great for me in fantasy football the past 2 years.
Well, the Rams also, they got rid of Cooper Kupp and then they brought in Davante Adams.
I don't know how to feel about that one.
Davante Adams still got it.
Which is not a bad sign for them.
While he was in Las Vegas, Davante Adams was getting killed with every throw. I felt bad for him.
I mean, there's something I want to talk about is George Kittle signed a 4-year deal, 76.4 million extension,
which is a great deal for the Niners. George Kittle is the best all-around tight end in football. Whenever I'm not just saying receiving, coming down there and blocking.
Is he best than Travis Kelce?
Yes, he's better than Travis Kelce whenever it comes to being a tight end. Coming to be a receiver, then you'll say Travis Kelce. And I don't think Travis Kelce is the best receiving tight end in the league anymore. It's got to be Brock Bowers.
Oh yeah, Brock Bowers he was great last
year. He broke rookie records over here.
I mean, George Kittle signed with the 49ers, a great sign right there.
And let's talk about Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold to the Seattle Seahawks.
That's going to open up J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota.
Yes. He had a great season last year. We saw what Minnesota Vikings done last year. I mean, on Justin Jefferson's probably Justin Jefferson one of the best receivers in the whole league. Sam Darnold landing in Seattle is gonna make him become one better QB. Because you don't have the same wide receivers. You have to work with Cooper Kupp now, which has been great, but last season had ups and downs. They got a few signs. Another wide receiver, Marquez
Valdes-Scantling, who's always with a great quarterback. He was with Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. He played with Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, he knows how to run. And I'm excited to watch NFL this year.
I know, it's going to be a great season.
It's going to be a great season.
Thursday Night Football, Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys.
I'll say give me Eagles.
I'll say Eagles by around a score or two.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on to the NFL draft here now.
All right, it's time to move on to the NFL 2025 draft. I mean, the first pick overall was Cam Ward out of University of Miami. I thought Travis Hunter was going to be number 1.
Some people say that, but Cam Ward, he's a can't miss prospect. I feel like he came out of he didn't have anything out of high school really. He went from Incarnate Word to Wazoo up there in Washington to Miami. Yeah. And the first time I ever watched him play was Apple Cup versus Michael Penix Jr. in Washington.
Probably Michael Penix was once and most electric QB.
He went toe-to-toe with a Wazoo team that was not very good.
Yeah. I mean, there's something Cam Ward going to show up this year. And I hope he has a great season.
Cam Ward, he said his Tennessee's looking pretty mid in camp.
Yeah, right I saw that
which video. Is pretty funny to me. Cam Ward, 39 touchdowns, 7 interceptions last year for Miami.
Yeah.
Some say Miami was probably one way away from the college football playoff. So
I mean, they probably were, but I gotta move on to second overall pick, Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, if he can play both sides in the NFL,
Yep.
but it's going to be really hard. I don't think he can because you got to go from, especially in the AFC South, 2 times a year. You got to guard Nico Collins and run a route on Derek Stingley.
I mean, if he can do the same thing he was doing in college at the next level, he will be a great player.
I just think it's a lot different from playing the Houston Texans and Nico Collins, Derek Stingley
Yep.
to playing Kansas.
Yeah, that's true. Let's move on to number three overall, Adult Carter.
This is the best pick in the draft. I feel like Abdul Carter is going to be Micah
Peace.
Parsons 2.0 right here.
Yeah, I mean, the dude is pretty good. Number three overall to the Giants, a great pick by the Giants right there.
And usually the Giants, they like to fuck up with stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I thought they wouldn't pick Abdul Carter, but that's a smart pick. We'll see how it goes. Gotta move on to probably my favorite pick the whole draft, Will Campbell.
Will Campbell, he just knows how to block on the edge. He's just a nasty guy.
He is. He
he's
said
gonna
he will die
protect that
for.
quarterback.
He said he will die for his QB, and I think it's something.
He's gonna be Drake May's
It's
best
good. It's
friend.
something amazing as a QB to hear. Like you have someone that's gonna take care of you in front of you.
Yeah, I feel like Drake May's gonna be buying him a lot of dinners with
Oh
all
yeah, I mean, hey, he gotta buy the rookie dinner first though.
the.
You gotta
They gonna
spend
run
that
up
check.
that bill.
You gotta
Let's
spend that check.
let's move on to probably the worst pick in the first round. At least I thought Mason Graham out of Michigan from Cleveland.
Yeah. What's Cleveland doing right now?
Who the fuck knows? I mean, Cleveland, they just don't know what the hell they're doing. They picked Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel
Yeah,
in the same draft,
they sign two other older QB. Like what the
and
hell
they
are they
got Joe
doing?
Flacco. They got Kenny Pickett. That is a
Yeah.
QB
So what are
room.
they doing?
That is a QB room of hell. That's what that
Yeah.
is.
I mean, talking about the Raiders, Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty. Some say he was robbed of the Heisman, and I don't think so.
You gotta look at it. If you compare, okay, people are saying Shohei Ohtani is the best player in the league because he played both sides of the ball, pitching and hitting. So why Travis Hunter wouldn't won the Heisman when he plays both sides of the ball too?
and Genty, he was phenomenal. I'm not going to take anything away from Ashton
He
Genty,
did. He
but
was good.
but the thing is, he played in that Mountain West Conference. He's playing against Utah State, Colorado State.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just not competition. And then once he got to the college football playoff, he did all he can. But that Boise State team with Mason Maddox,
Yeah.
Maddox Mason,
I mean, I think this class draft was kind of slow in the first round. We saw Keanu Ewers going late. I was kind of surprised about that.
yeah,
I
in the
mean, he
seventh
didn't
round.
have a
Yep.
great season, but he had up and downs.
I will talk
About
some
that.
Quinn Ewers in a minute, but first I want to talk about the. We're gonna skip over the Jets' seventh overall pick. We're gonna go ahead to the eighth overall pick, Ted McMillan out of Arizona. This is a phenomenal pick for Bryce
It
Young.
is. It
Bryce
is.
Young is gonna love this guy. He's gonna make plays, and he's finally gonna give
I
him
think
a
that's
weapon.
what Bryce Jones need. I mean, we saw what he could done. He did at Alabama. Now he's in the show, showing some highlights from college, but not at all.
And Bryce Young, I was sold that he was gonna be a bust, but he shows flashes at times where I'm like, this kid can be great.
Yeah, 100%.
And I want to move on to the ninth overall pick, Kelvin Banks Jr. out of Texas. He
I
is
mean,
a
as a Texas
beast.
fan,
He
he's
is
a
just
beast. He's a beast. He's a beast.
he can and with that QB situation in New Orleans, it's gonna be Spencer Rattler or Tyler Blow out of Louisville,
Yep.
and I think it's gonna be Spencer Rattler, and he's gonna be
I mean, as long
protecting.
as he stays healthy, I think the New Orleans might make something.
I just don't think they have the guys. They're they're just not very good.
Yeah, I mean,
I like this pick out of Michigan, the tight end out of Michigan, Colston Loveland.
yeah.
He showed, obviously not last year because Michigan just didn't have it last year,
I
but the
mean,
year they won the
Michigan
national
had it
title,
2 years ago when they went to the college.
he was JJ McCarthy's go-to right
Yeah.
there, and it was just a great.
It's sad because JJ McCarthy was the best QB 2 years ago in college. Then he got drafted. He pretty sure he tore his ACL, right?
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
He tore his
Yep, it
ACL.
was his meniscus too, I
So
believe.
the Vikings had to sign Sam Darnold, and he did pretty good.
And some were saying that they just might trade McCarthy, but
They
McCarthy
just gonna
has
stay with his guy, and they just gonna trust him.
McCarthy has it all. Let's move down to the number 14 overall pick from the Indianapolis Colts, Tyler Warren out of Penn State. This is a dude who lined up at quarterback, lined up at fullback, running back, wide receiver. Doesn't matter where you put him. He's just
Yeah,
a dog.
he just can't play any side of the ball.
He's
And
a
any team is looking down on any single guy because you have your guy that played that position, but looking through the whole game, he's gonna get tired. So that's when he comes
There was one play this past season where he lined up at center, hiked the ball, and they had a weird formation, so he was eligible.
in. Yeah.
Runs down the field and catches a touchdown pass. I was like, "What the hell just happened?"
Well,
Tyler Warren, he he's a Swiss Army knife. That's what he is.
he is.
Let's go down to the number 19 overall pick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Emeka Ubuka,
Ibuka out of Ohio State, actually.
the Ohio State. Emeka Ubuka, he really showed he can be a great wide receiver.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if
His
he
routes are
keeps,
so crispy.
if he keeps doing the thing he was doing in college, he's gonna be great at the next level.
Whenever they had him and Maserati Marvin Harrison Jr.,
Yeah,
that was just so nasty.
it was.
You want to go to the pick number 20, Barron out of Texas? He
This guy,
locked down, strapped.
he was a beast in defense. I love that guy. Actually, when we play any single team, I was like, please, bro, just catch the ball. Like intercept it, bro. We gotta go back and score.
I want to move down to another Texas Longhorn, Matthew Golden for the Green Bay Packers. I thought the Texans were going to get him.
Matthew Golden was. He was good with Ewers. That connection was pretty good. Just that SEC championship game was bad for us.
Oh yeah, well,
Golden was pretty good guarded by Georgia.
Well, speaking of Texas wide receivers, I'm shocked Isaiah Bond hasn't been signed yet. Even with his legal issues, it's still
Yeah, that's
Isaiah
the problem
Bond.
because when it's something legal, the team won't take any risk, especially when the guy just got out of college. The
That's,
team will have to trust on him 100%.
that's true. I know you want to talk about this guy, Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. Jackson, I have a question for you, dude. How the hell you shooting your girlfriend? That's only my question for you. But that's a pick for the Giants that I don't understand because the QB room is full.
And I just don't like the pick. I don't think he's going to be very good, to be honest. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for that, but Jackson Dart, that Ole Miss offense it does not prepare you for the NFL. Lane
Yeah.
Kiffin does not prepare anyone for the NFL.
I mean, we just got to see. I'm pretty sure you saw a video of him throwing interception practice
Oh,
the
yeah.
other day. I was like, what the hell is happening? But if he gets a shot, I hope he takes it.
All right, we'll talk about one more pick, Malachi Starks out of Georgia. I know we know a lot about him because, I mean, Georgia
dude.
beat us twice.
Yeah, beat us twice in less than really what 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was probably a month apart.
Yeah, about that, but still, we lost at the SEC championship game. I was like, yeah, we're just gonna beat them in the playoffs. And that game came, and it was like, damn.
Well, Malachi Starks, he can do it all. He can stay in that zone coverage. Let's
Yeah.
just see. 3-year starter, 197 tackles, 23 pass defenses, 6 picks. He reads that receiver.
Yeah.
He can get downhill. He can lay that boom. He does exactly what you need. Fill the
Yeah.
alley, and I think that's gonna be a great pick for the Baltimore Ravens.
100%. I think it's a great pick. But there's something I want to move on to college football.
We're gonna talk some Heisman favorites here, and
I
Arch
mean,
Manning-
looking at this list, I think it's a pretty good list, pretty good guys. But I stick with mine, Arch Manning. That's my guy. I said it last year, and I stick with it. Arch Manning should have started over Quinn Ewers.
no, I love Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers knows he's so calm, cool, collective. He puts the ball on the money most of the time.
Most of the time,
Whenever he throws a deep ball, it's so beautiful. No glaze or anything, but I've been on Quinn Ewers ever since he was at South Lake Carroll, and
I mean, South Lake Carroll makes some guys.
oh yeah, they do. But Quinn Ewers, I think he's gonna. If Tua gets hurt, he's gonna run away with that Miami job.
Oh yeah, I mean, we know Tua's gonna get hurt, probably another concussion, because we know how Tua is.
Hopefully not though.
Hopefully not. Don't get me wrong, but we know how he is. But
And then you got Garrett Nussmeier up here, who will not be the Heisman. That brother is terrible.
I'm just scared for Jeremiah Smith. We saw what he did last year,
Jeremiah
and
Smith's
that's
a beast.
yeah, he's a beast.
I know who is not up here is Ryan Williams.
Well, we know with Ryan Williams is he didn't have those many snaps on that Alabama offense.
Oh, that play against Georgia.
That play against Georgia is one of the best ones.
Let's talk about K. Klubnik, Clemson quarterback.
Clemson by maybe make the playoffs.
Well, Clemson is in the ACC, and that's not a very strong conference. They got North Carolina up there.
Yep.
They're gonna have to go through a Duke. I mean, that's not very impressive.
I mean, if they go 12-0,
SMU.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they get a good season. I don't think he'll win the Heisman though.
I think my two sleepers got to be Lenore Sellers out of South Carolina and DJ Lagway from Florida, the Willis native.
Yeah, I mean Florida might be good this year.
The thing about Florida is that their defense just isn't very good.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Whenever Lagway played last year, he was phenomenal. He got them wins.
Yeah, I mean I stick with my guy Arch Manning. I think he has to win the Heisman.
I hope you're right because UT all day, hook 'em horns.
UT, yeah, hook 'em, but I got my boy Arch.
I want to talk about Drew Aller. Drew Aller from Penn State. I don't think he's really that good. I mean,
but right now, as you can see, they got all the QBs pretty much right down.
Oh yeah.
So
especially like we have people that haven't played snaps like Ty Simpson from Alabama. He started a couple games whenever Milroe was playing like trash, and he didn't do very good. He almost had USF upset Alabama, and then you have Julian Sayin out of the Ohio State. Julian Sayin, it's gonna be a tough first game against that Texas defense.
That's true, but I'll say I stick with Arch Manning, Heisman 2026.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm gonna go with Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith's gonna be the Heisman.
That's good.
We're gonna get into our favorite school, University of Texas, Hook 'em Horns. We're gonna get into the schedule prediction for the year, and we're gonna do a couple of these throughout these next couple podcasts. We might do LSU, Texas A&M, but today we're gonna stick with our favorite. Going to be the national champion, SEC champions this year, the Texas Longhorns.
The Texas Longhorns,
and
baby.
Let's talk about at Ohio State.
Week 1 kickoff. I mean, week 1. It's a pretty hard matchup against Ohio State. I mean, I got the Longhorns all the way.
I got Longhorns 41-34. That Ohio State.
It's going to be a close game. Longhorns defense got to step up in that game.
They got Jeremiah Smith, obviously, who I think is going to win the Heisman. Yep. But they have a young quarterback in Julian Sayin, and it's just going to be.
I mean, it's just week 1. We don't really know how these guys are going to come and show up. But
we saw a little bit of Arch Manning last year, and he can play ball.
Yeah, he can play ball, especially when your uncles play in the NFL. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. But give me Texas week 1.
So we're going to go 1-0 for each of us right here.
1-0 for the Texas Longhorns week 1.
Let's go San Jose State. That's a win.
Yeah, that's a win. San Jose State, give me Texas.
There's not much to talk about them on that. Let's move to UTEP. That's going to be another win.
Yeah, that's 3-0 so far.
So
looking good. Week 4. Sam Houston.
Now, Sam Houston.
Give me Texas.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking Texas all the way. I'll say this about Sam Houston. They have dramatically improved since coming over from the FCS to the FBS.
Yeah.
But they're just not going to be on Texas level. So
100%.
That's going to be 4-0 for the Texas Longhorns.
So what do you think about the Florida game?
That Florida game is going to be a tough one just because that offense is going to be a high-scoring game. But I just don't think that offense is going to be able to keep up with Texas because Texas defense is much better. So I'm going to go ahead and say 5-0 for Texas.
Week 6.
Red River rivalry.
Yep.
Playing OU. It doesn't matter if the teams are ass or not. Yep. It's always going to be a good game.
It's still going to be a good game.
Except for the year Texas beat Oklahoma 49-0.
Yeah.
Horns.
Give me Texas.
There's no way you can tell me. I will never. If Oklahoma was ranked number 1 in the nation and Texas was winless, I'm still taking Texas.
100%.
Just because you cannot. If a real Texas fan cannot say Oklahoma's going to win.
Yeah. I mean, then we play
Head to
Kentucky.
Lexington. Head to Lexington to play Kentucky. Kentucky has Zach Calzada, who upset Alabama whenever he was with Texas A&M,
Yeah.
which is interesting. But that Kentucky team's just not very good.
Yeah, I mean it's Kentucky, give me Texas.
We'll
So
say
that's make it 7-0.
7-0. We'll
Let's-
talk about Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
That Mississippi State team's gonna have a hard time winning a single game at all, out of conference or in
Mississippi
conference.
State hasn't been good the past years, but yeah, give me Texas.
So we'll go 8-0.
Yep, 8-0.
Vandy. Oh, Diego Pavia.
Yeah,
He showed he can upset a big team before,
he
upsetting
has,
Alabama.
but give me Texas.
I'm gonna say Texas, just because it's Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I mean
This
it's
isn't-
Vandy. Vandy's a big baseball, powerful school.
This isn't baseball, where I feel like
we're playing
this-
football right now.
this is
and
football,
give me
especially
Texas.
we're in Austin for that game at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
We'll say an easy win, and then we have a bye week followed by heading to Athens to play the Georgia
Play
Bulldogs.
the Georgia Bulldogs. I'll say just give me Texas because that's gonna be a revenge. I mean Carson Beck is gone, but still we gotta beat Georgia after what happened last year. We gotta beat them.
This is where my biasm is gonna fade. I'm gonna have to take the Georgia Bulldogs here. Gunnar Stockton.
That's
He's
fine,
gonna be
but
a
I'll
dog.
say we got revenge.
So you're
this
going with
game.
10-0. I'm going with 9-1 as of this game.
Playing Arkansas at home.
At home, that Arkansas team, they got Taylor Green, and he's very athletic, but I just don't think Arkansas has the guys this year to keep up with the
Yeah, I
Longhorns.
mean, give me Longhorns.
So
11-0, and then
I got
10-1.
10-1, and then at Austin,
The best
day
game.
after
The
Thanksgiving,
best game on the whole.
little
Texas State.
brother comes to town.
That sounds about right. We saw Texas A&M fans just complain about they're better than us, blah 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 blah. They went 8-4.
They got
Haven't made playoffs in a long time.
They haven't made playoffs one time, a matter of fact.
Yeah, a matter of fact. So, I say this:
Much less.
horns up.
Have they even made an SEC
Get 'em down.
championship?
Nope.
Like,
Texas have.
and we've been in the conference for 1 year, and
for
they've
one-
been in the conference
Yep.
since 2013.
So I'll say Texas A&M was gonna be. It's gonna be a good game, but give me Texas Longhorns, baby.
I think Texas is going to jump out in front, and they're going to cruise that game.
Yeah.
I don't think
100%.
Marcel Reed and friends
I
can
mean,
keep up with
Texas A&M.
Texas.
Hey, hold
DKR
up.
Texas
Marcel
Memorial
Reed
Stadium.
pretty much beat that LSU team last year.
Oh yeah, he did, but
He did.
this isn't
This is
LSU.
LSU.
This is Texas.
This is Texas. That's what I'm
DKR.
at.
You know, this ain't suck that tiger dick, bitch. This is hook 'em fucking horns.
Hook and fucking horns. That's right.
So I'll say hook 'em horns.
Hook
Fuck
'em
the
horns.
Aggies. Texas makes the SEC title.
Yep.
Makes the college football playoff.
All right, guys. That's it for today. I hope you all liked the podcast today. It was a pretty fun time right here with my partner Aaron Gilliam. You know, we went through some pretty good stuff, and we're gonna talk a little more in the next one.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We have subscribe to us on YouTube. That's it for the Balls Deep in Sports first ever podcast. Have a nice day.
Welcome.